Hey, I just shared a short video over the weekend from Steve Ursano about being positive. And of course, being an aircraft broker, there's a lot of things to be negative about. A lot of deals go bad for a lot of different reasons. And it's really easy to get down. It's really easy to focus on what went wrong. There's a lot of things that can happen very quickly in an aircraft deal or in any other deal in the aviation industry that we're all involved in that can really get us down in the dumps, right? And so he's talking about the importance of being positive. And I responded to that with some thoughts. And then I ended up in a conversation with a young lady this morning in response to that about toxic positivity. And I thought it was a really interesting idea. So I asked her to explain a little bit more about what does this mean, this toxic positivity? And she says, people will feel like they can't be themselves around you if you insist that everything is great all the time. And it's dishonest and it's manipulative and things like that, especially if it's an employer or someone that is insisting that everybody act happy all the time. Okay. I'm going to push back on that just a little bit and talk about a couple of things from my history and from, my background. And, Franklin Covey, that was my first real job anyway. One of my first real jobs out of college. And Ben Franklin was always talking about cultivate your state of mind. You want to be the one that's in control of your well-being, your mental state, the way that you react to other people, all of those things. And all of the founding fathers of the United States actually talked a lot. They were students of the Enlightenment, and they talked about being ruled by one's passions leads to tyranny and instability. And that's true in a person. A person that's ruled by their emotions is tyrannical and unstable. A family that is run by its emotions is tyrannical and unstable. A nation that is ruled by its emotions is tyrannical and unstable. Same thing with a company. So you want to make sure that you are being ruled, especially if you're a leader of any kind, because everything that you do affects the people around you in such a profound way. So even when things were going completely to pieces, George Washington, kept it together at Valley Forge. Everybody was talking about how calm he was and how in control of his feelings he was, even when everything appeared to be going to heck in a handbasket. And, I'm sure that the soldiers at Valley Forge would have, if they had the term at the time, they would have said that George Washington was toxically positive. But it worked. It really is the only way to get through a bad situation is to keep going. And the only way to keep going is to stay positive. You think about Viktor Frankl in the World War II. He was a concentration camp survivor. You think about Thanksgiving in the United States. It's a tradition of gratitude. Things that you focus on expand. Things that you don't spend any energy on contract, and they have a tendency to go away. So you want to focus your energy on the things that you want more of. Same thing with the Buddhist tradition, of being mindful of your emotions without letting them control you. All of that really says, what you're doing. You're able to be positive if you want to. And, it's not that you should inflict that on other people, and it's not that you should be dishonest. But when my son was 4 or 5 years old, we had seen a movie that had spiders in it, and he was having dreams about spiders. And so we were up all night playing with cars because we were not going back to bed that night because he was really freaked out. So we're playing with cars on the floor, and he's talking about, or we're talking, and I'm saying, you're in control of this car. You can see something that you don't want to get into. You can go a different way. So if you're headed toward the rug, and it's going to be hard to deal with, you can steer this other way toward a smoother surface and make things easier for yourself. So you're in control of your car. You're in control of your mind. You're in control of your emotions. So if you feel like you're going to start dreaming about spiders, don't let somebody else run your mind. Don't let somebody else take you to a place that you don't want to go. You really do have the ability to cultivate your state of mind. So my thought is you want to be as positive as you possibly can without being dishonest and without being manipulative of other people. but there is nothing but good that comes from being positive. Let me know if you disagree, and I'd love to hear what you think. And I think this is a great discussion to be having, especially right now, and especially in the aviation industry, and especially at this time in history. I think it's a really good discussion to be having. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.